And now, guys, I wanted to test the other two missiles. We already tested yesterday with the AH-64E, but now I wanted to test the Elmour, right? The LMUR, whatever you want to call it, and it's CM-502, the two new, together with the ATGM-179, fire and forget helicopter missiles coming for the Russians and for the Chinese. So we did test it out against a PANTSIR to see if they actually can beat the PANTSIR. And the findings were kinda interesting. It's complicated to say that they are gonna destroy the PANTSIR, but at least now with a helicopter like this, you have a chance without having too much skill, to be honest. If you just fly straight to the enemy and fire the missiles, you still have a chance. It's not as hard as it was before. So this first test, you know, the first missiles that I fired was just, they were just, you know, locking onto the destroyed body of my friend there, so it wasn't really working, but it will eventually show how everything is working here. The LMUR in this case specifically, it is a missile that has a lot of range, around 15 kilometers, and you can get locks, fire and forget, you know, when you fire, and you can just, you know, go back to your cover, and you don't need to maintain a lock or anything like that. So it's a pretty good missile, okay? It's a pretty good missile. But I gotta say, it has one problem. The missile is pretty big, and also it doesn't have a lot of speed. It is a fast missile, almost Mach 1, but it's still not as fast as you might think it is, right? So at the end of the day, it is easy to see these missiles coming from the PANTSIR's radar, okay? He's seeing these missiles coming, but it is up to him to defend itself. So that's the thing. Look at this. I'm just flying around, I'm getting to another position, I don't care about anything. I just fired four, I mean, kind of an overkill here, but a 4 missile shot there, and he was trying to defend, right? But he couldn't defend it, because first of all, there was so many missiles, and also, it's not like you see the missiles and you can get them destroyed, right? It's kind of a luck, a little bit thing, and together with skill. You know, you have to choose when to fire onto these upcoming missiles in the correct form, right? When they are actually diving down. If you fire before, you're gonna just miss. And to be honest, guys, if the guy actually wants to overwhelm you, you will be overwhelmed, right? And it is very easy to kill the PANTSIR. So it is pretty interesting because honestly, before with, you know, 8-kilometer missiles and stuff like that, it was pretty impossible, but not because of the range of the missile, because they were not fire and forget, right? With the fire and forget, I can maintain an AA like this, worried about missiles coming towards them, while I'm doing something else and firing from another perspective, or on the very least maintaining him occupied while another guy does an attack run, for example. Or even maybe another guy brings the attention to him and I can kill it, right? So it's a win-win scenario, because it doesn't matter what happens here with the LMUR. You have plenty of range to have time to defend yourself, even in an open space, to fire the missile without having too much trouble. Yes, the PANTSIR can kill me, but he will not have a chance because the missiles are coming towards him, you know? If I defend myself, he will miss, right? So, of course, I'm in a very open place over here. He is more focused on the missiles than on me, but that's even the point, right? So the LMUR is a very, very good missile. What is the one problem that he has? Maybe the lack of a good amount of missiles. The Apache and the Z10, they have more missiles. You can only carry, what, 8 of these? Is it 8? Yeah, it's 8, right? And the other ones you can carry 8 as well. Well, don't mind me. So, but you don't carry anything else, right? In the Apache, you can carry other missiles, you know, stuff like that. So, but at least the amount of these missiles are the same, right? And you will see a lot of these happening, right? He's trying to find and destroy my missiles. Sometimes it will work, sometimes it will not. It's kind of a skill kind of situation, right? But he has to focus on that. So it's pretty amazing. So the LMUR is amazing missile. It really is. But I gotta be honest with you guys, the Chinese one feels a little bit better. And why is that? Well, the first thing is that you have extra range, okay? So you have not only a little bit more maneuverability, I would say, because of the helicopter. It's easier because the helicopter is a little more nimble than the Mi-28. But also, you have a smaller missile that does have a lot more range. And if you really exploit this range, guys, the AA system will not have a chance on killing you. Of course, I have to reiterate that you have to cover yourself. This is not a real battle, of course. And also, you have to remind yourself that the PANTSIR is not the best AA system in the game anymore for above 20 kilometers, like above 15 kilometer range shots, right? So if you fly high and you don't get cover and fire missiles get cover, stuff like that, you will eventually get killed by other AA systems that are being added right now. But look at this. The missile was too small. Even if it's slower than the LMUR, I mean, it's 0.6 Mach, it just managed to bypass the defenses of the PANTSIR, right? It's full focused on there, and I can do these launches from 20 kilometers. So, for example, here, I can be on my airfield, literally firing these missiles. I can dump it all in 8 different targets, and I can land and grab more, and then do it again. If he gets 1 or 2 kills with the 8 missiles, it doesn't matter. I know it's not the best gameplay ever, but it is probably going to be effective because you have so much range. You have, remember, the Apache has 11.5 more or less, or 11 or something like that, in the AGM-179. This thing has 20 kilometers. It's 5 more even the LMUR, right? So it's great. I think it's probably the best missile. It's a lot slower than the other ones. Yes, it is. But guys, you have a smaller missile. It feels like a smaller missile because it was harder to detect, you know, for my friend. And also, 20 kilometers, man. You are completely safe even from something like this. I wouldn't fly like this, right? Staying still, high up in the sky, you're gonna get killed. But if you, like, fly kind of low, right? Covering yourself and everything, you're gonna be fine. You just need a little bit of altitude just to see where the targets are, fire your missiles, get back down, right? So it is perfect. These, but gotta be honest, these are, together maybe with the PARs and stuff, they are the only systems that really put a fight in against the PANTSIR and these types of AA systems, right? You know, the PARs, of course, always had that. But remember, guys, the launch range of the PARs is like around 7 kilometers. Although it has a larger 20 kilometer mark, normally you need to get a little bit closer, right? And even other missiles like the, what is it called? The Spike, right? Is it Spike or is it, yeah, Spike. The Spike ER, sorry. Even that missile as well, I mean, it has 8 kilometers. So these things, they have 11.5, 15 with the NM, with the LMUR in the 28 NM, and 20 with this. So it's another level of just being safe from the get-go. You can fire the missiles on these very advanced AA systems and try to beat them. Is this a good thing or not? I don't know. I think it's a pretty cool thing, I gotta be honest, because it's very cool to see kind of a rock, paper, scissors situation where even a PANTSIR cannot deal with these missiles. But it's not like just fly around and get kills. It's not as easy as you think, you know. You can get a lot of kills, and I think it will be a step up in technology, but at the same time, if the PANTSIR knows what he's doing, he can kill me, as you saw. I was flying in the air, in the middle of the air, without doing anything. And he will intercept the missile. So it's more on skill than anything else, right? Which is pretty good. So let me know in the comments what you think. This 20-kilometer missile is incredible. It's crazy. So let me know in the comments what you think about it. See you guys on the next one. Make sure to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, and bye. See you in the next one.